Hello and good day. My name is Chris Palmer, and in today's on-page SEO that will be perfect for you as a beginner, what I'd like to share with you are the 6 things, the 6 elements of on-page that will actually make a high impact on your campaign. So I don't want to waste any time. Let's get directly into it. So my name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org for any and all of your SEO needs. With that out of the way, let's get into the 6 elements of doing on-page SEO that will actually make sure that you're going to get significant ranking increases with just on-page. So the very first thing that you have to be focused on when doing your on-page SEO is you need to understand intent. The intent of the keyword is going to determine what type of content you need to write first and foremost, and what type of content that you're going to optimize. Now I'm going to give you examples. Bear with me here. First and foremost is the intent. So if you're writing for, let's say, plumber, Houston, the intent here is that Google is rewarding, okay? Google is rewarding home pages and service pages. The intent has a commercial intent, right? So you can't write a blog article and rank for plumber Houston. So whatever service or whatever type of keyword you're thinking about optimizing for or writing an article for, it's going to be a great idea to go over to Google, look at the current results, and see what type of page is Google rewarding. Because if you write the wrong page, you could do all the on-page SEO in the world. It's never going to rank. Let's move on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is what type of page is Google rewarding? You know, the intent of the keyword and what type of page is Google rewarding, they go hand in hand. So that's probably why I led right into number 2 when I was speaking about number 1. Because we need to look at Google and understand, okay, what's the intent and what is Google rewarding? Let me give you another example, okay? Another example would be how to fix a leak. Now this applies to affiliate, this applies to e-commerce, this applies to local. I'm just showing these examples because I was just talking to a plumber, okay? So if I scroll down, take a look at this. If you're trying to have this keyword on your service page or on a home page, it's not going to work. This has informational intent, right? The intent is informational. What is Google rewarding? Google is rewarding an inner page that's going to give tips about fixing a leaky pipe. And it's looking like 4 ways. So they want more than one way. They want to give you some tips. A video would also do very well. So a page that's going to have 4 or 5 tips that includes a video will potentially do very well, right? Always look at the keyword, look at the intent. This plays massively into the part of your on-page optimization. Don't optimize around the wrong intent, is what I'm getting at here. Let's move on to the next tip. The next tip is, well, what is the average word count? Let's have another example. Let's use an affiliate site as an example this time. Average word count is massively important. So how you can go about doing this is, regardless of whatever the keyword is. So let's do affiliate. How to get a loan for my home fast. We're just going to use that, okay? If I'm taking a look at these, all right, we know that the intent, right? We talked about the intent. We know what Google's rewarding. What we're going to do is we need to come up with an average word count. Now, this is very important. Every keyword that you want to rank for, you need to understand what word count Google is rewarding, okay? It's mandatory. You can get away with writing more and you can get away with writing less. But if you're going to do SEO, the O stands for optimization. That means we want to be optimal. We're optimizing for search. We want to optimize our content for the best probability of being able to rank, right? So I don't want to guess. There's no guessing. What's Google rewarding? What's the average? That's what you write. Period, end of statement. Okay? Let me share this with you. So what I use is SEO Quake. When I'm going to give my word counts to my writer, or I'm going to write it myself, I always go and see what's the top 3 or 4 performers. What's the average word count? It's very simple. So I go to the top guy or gal or company, 3,000 words. Okay. The next person has, let me guess, somewhere around 3,000. Oh, 4,500. Perfect. The next guy, 2,000. Okay. So what's the average? Well, you pull out your calculator, you do 4,000 plus 3,000 plus 2,000 equals, divide that by the 3 sites. We need about 3,000 words. Job done. What's the average word count? Look at the top 3 to 5 performers, come up with an average. That's how many words you need to write. Let's move on to the next tip. The next tip is going to be the average heading count. All right, let's use a different example for a different niche. So this way you know that no matter what, whether you're doing local, whether you're doing affiliate, whether you're doing e-commerce, whether you're writing info content, or you have a service or a product, SEO is almost the same. You have to understand what is Google rewarding and optimize to the SERP. That's it. Okay. And of course, have good content, have pretty pictures, right? The other pieces play, but I'm giving you the most impactful elements of on-page SEO right here. I'm giving it to you. I want you to do better. So let's take a look at this average heading count. All right. 99.99999% of the time, there's only going to be one H1. What we're really trying to determine is what's the average word count. We know there's only one H1, but how many headings do we need total? Let's pick a new keyword. All right. We come into here. Let's pick a new keyword. Let's say it's e-commerce. Best lipsticks. Okay. Best lipsticks. Come into here. All right. This could be affiliate too. All right. This tool is called SEO Pro Extension by Marketing SERP. It's free. You can use whatever tools you want. There's SEO Meta in one click. There's all types of tools that do this. This is the one that I like. So they have 16 and 14. So that's 15 and 16. That's 31. So they have 31 headers. Okay. What's this guy have? 26, 36, 43 headers. Okay. So that means the top guy had what? 36, 43. All right. You don't have to be totally exact, but we want to get an average, right? Because understanding the headers will also help you understand how many paragraphs you need, right? Right. So we're going to come into here. 13, there's 14. Perfect. Right? And you're going to see discrepancies because Google is going to be ranking. There's a lot of other factors other than just on page. So you're going to see some discrepancies. That's why I personally am showing you how to get the averages. I want to do the average of the top performers, right? I want to get into the SERP average. It's that simple. That's how I look at it, and that's how I want to share it with you. So what's the average here? All right. So the average. So we have our 36 plus 43 plus 14 equals, divide that by the 3, is 31. The average is 31. So I know I need 31 headers, right? Remember the other math we did? We need 3,000 words. I was looking at different SERPs, but we're putting the pieces together. And we know that the intent is going to be service-based, or it could be affiliate, right? You with me? All right, great. Let's keep going. All right, next, let me share this with you. All right, and it's the weekend. I'm trying to hurry here, but I want to give you these tips. These will massively help you. Next, how many headings have keywords? So important. Now you saw how we got our average heading count. The next piece of optimization that's high impact is, okay, in your SERP, count those headers. We know what the average is for the top guys. Great. Go to the top performer. How many headings have a keyword in it? I'm only giving you the most impactful. How many headings have a keyword in it? Here's how you do it. All right, so let's say, so now we've done service-based, we've done local, we've done affiliate, and we've done e-com. Let's go back to local because I know that you're probably in the local space. You're a local business owner, right? Most of the people that I talk to and that watch these videos are business owners or local business owners or other SEOs like me, right? So let me go back to local, right? Because that's who I primarily help. Heading count, how many of them are optimized? So let's say that we're doing personal injury lawyers, Los Angeles. All right. We want to rank for personal injury lawyers in Los Angeles. Forbes is a power player. They're not a site that looks like you. For some math, you can look at these players, but when we're analyzing headers, they're not there because they have proper on page. They probably have good on page, but they're there because they're an authority site and they're Forbes, right? Generally, when I'm coming up with an equation for the heading counts and links, I also want to look at sites that are like me. So heading counts, how do you count them? Well, you go to a top performer, right? Number 1, number 2, number 3, and you go in there and you take a look and you say, okay, we know that the top performer has 10, 20, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 headers, right? Let's say that the average heading count is 38. We have 40 on our site. Okay. How many of these headers or what percentage of headers need to be optimized? Excuse me. 10, 20, 30, 34, 35, 36, 37. There's 38 headers, right? I literally use this myself, right? I'm literally showing you the stuff that I do, right? Guys in my group bust my chops all the time. Why are you using this calculator? Here's the math like it's easy. Hey, I'm an SEO. I need to know the math and I need to make sure that it's exact and right? I'm showing you what I do, all right? If you know a better way, cool, do it. But generally, when I'm trying to figure out heading count and I need to know what the average percentage is, I use this tool. I use it all the time. I'm just saying. So here it is. So we go into here. We can see that we have 10, 20, 30, 34, 5, 6, 7, 38. So we have 38 headers. Come on down here. Right? So we're going to come into here and we're going to count down the headers. So the primary keyword is personal injury lawyer, Los Angeles. So any time that phrase or any of those words, the word personal, the word injury, the word loss, just loss, or just Angeles, or just injury, or just personal injury, right? Any variation of those words show up inside of a header, count that as an optimized header, okay? Let's count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, no, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is a high competition, so I could see that a lot of the headers are going to be optimized. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 out of the 38. 28 out of 38. What is 28 out of 38? 28 is what percent of 38? 73% of the headers need to be optimized. If you want to compete in this SERP, you need to optimize about 70% of your headings. So if you only had 10 on the page, you need to optimize 7 of them. This is how you do the calculation, right? You can use this tool. You probably know a better way than me. I use these online tools all the time. Like the Meta, like this tool, I use SEO Quake, I use SEO Pro Extension, and I use this calculator all the time when I'm doing analyzation for SEO clients. Like literally, I do it all the time. The next thing, all right, let's go to the next tip. Average density of primary keyword. This is the next most impactful thing, all right? Let's stick with this same exact example just so we don't have to hop around and this video doesn't get any longer. Let's take a look at this. When we come into here, we know that the primary keyword here was what? Personal injury lawyers, Los Angeles. It's a 5-word phrase. What is the prominence and the density of those 5 words inside of that page? What you do is you go to the page. I use SEO Quick to get a quick math because in my opinion, I think Google's taking into account all of the words, not just the words in the body. So I want them to count everything. And I want that to go into the count because that's, in my opinion, Google renders the DOM. Whatever that number crunch is, that's the count. So this tool does that. I want to know what the count is. Okay? Personal injury lawyer, Los Angeles. Injury, they said it 115 times. Okay? Personal, 84 times. I'm looking to see what is the top performer using, what is their word counts, and how many times are they using those words. If you have to come up with an average, or you should, if you're trying to compete in this SERP, you should have somewhere around the number of the top performer, right? You should be very close to this number. So utilizing these numbers or going slightly above what the top guy or top company is doing is going to the only thing it's going to do is help you. That's it. So if I'm looking down the list, personal, he used it 84 times. Okay, I want to use it 85 times, right? Personal. Lawyer, they used it 47 times. Okay, I'm going to use it 50 times. Accident or loss, they used it 28 times. All right, I'm going to use it 30 times. You're going to have a slightly increased density than the top performer. That's the aim. These are the 6 most impactful on-page SEO optimization tips that I could share with you today. What's the intent? What's Google rewarding? What type of page? So once you know what the intent is, that tells you the kind of page that you need. We need to figure out what's the average word count. We need to know what the average heading count is. Then we need to know how many headings have a keyword in it. And then what's the average density of the primary keyword? Once you figure those things out, those are the most impactful. There's a lot of other tips that I could give you for on-page. These are some of the most impactful elements of on-page SEO, I assure you. If you start doing this math and applying it to your pages, I guarantee you ranking increases and much, much, much better results. If you need any help with this or anything else SEO related, please reach out at chrispalmer.org. I have calendars. I have private sessions, I have group sessions, I have services. Anything I can help you with, I will. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next on-page SEO that's perfect for SEO beginners like you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.